welcome back to my series where I rank my favorite boss battles from each coupling, my top 5 favorite boss battles with each coupling. So I've done a video on Larry Koopa and Morton Koopa. This was supposed to be Wendy's time to shine, but unfortunately I had a really hard time choosing my favorite Wendy boss battles since I don't have a lot. I only have like one or two that I like. So I thought let's move on to the next coupling, which is Iggy. So now, like I said, this video is gonna be me ranking my top 5 favorite Iggy Koopa boss battles that I've made in Mario Maker 2. I will not be taking any boss battles from other people, nor boss battles from actual games. So before we start with the ranking, let me just showcase Iggy or like talk about him and his attributes. So let's get started. Now what makes Iggy unique from the rest of the coupling is that he doesn't jump. Now I know that might sound lame, but honestly it's really good because you can use Iggy in so many contraptions and he's the easiest coupling to use because he doesn't jump. As you can see right here, he only moves left and right and his movement is kind of random, which makes him hard to jump on, honestly. Like the best time to jump on him is when he's about to shoot his magic blast because he's stationary. Now the other thing unique about Iggy is his magic blast is the fastest. As you can see right here, it travels the fastest. It's faster than any of the other couplings. He doesn't shoot out the quickest, but his magic blast itself is the fastest. Now if you give Iggy Koopa wings, he's gonna hop around left and right, and so instead of walking left and right, he's just gonna hop, take short hops left or right. Now honestly for me this is much more inferior than his regular self without wings, because he's much easier to hit like this. Not only that, but it removes his uniqueness of not jumping. So I don't advise anybody to use Iggy with wings. He becomes much easier and you remove his special attribute, which is not jumping. Now Iggy Koopa in the new Super Mario Bros. U version, if you jump on him and he goes into his shell, he just moves left and right. So even in his shell form he doesn't jump. However, if you use Iggy in any other style except for new Super Mario Bros. U, and you jump on his shell, he's gonna jump while he's inside his shell. So this removes his unique attribute of not jumping. So I advise you to use Iggy only in the new Super Mario Bros. U version. Or I don't advise you, but he's the best in this version, in this style. So now that we've discussed everything about Iggy, let's get started with my top 5 favorite boss battles that I've made with Iggy Koopa. I hope you enjoy. So at 5th place we've got Iggy and his Chain Chomp. So as you can see, Iggy is riding a Chain Chomp, and not only that, but he also has a Bill Blaster on his head that shoots out Chain Chomps. So you can't actually jump on Iggy. So what you're supposed to do to attack him or to defeat him is first you have to get rid of the Chain Chomp. So you wait for the poison water to go down, you grab a red Koopa shell, you go back up, and then you kill the Chain Chomp. After that you can actually attack Iggy with the red shells. So now you have to rinse and repeat, but this time you attack Iggy instead of the Chain Chomp. So the reason why I like this boss battle is that Iggy uses his Chain Chomp, but not in a way that you can cheese the boss battle. You actually have to kill the Chain Chomp to attack Iggy. Not only that, but his Bill Blaster shoots out infinite Chain Chomps. So even if Iggy manages to kill a Chain Chomp with his shell, he can still spawn more from his Bill Blaster. So it doesn't matter if Iggy kills the Chain Chomp with his shell or not, since he's gonna shoot out more. So yeah, like I said, you can't cheese this boss battle. I also like how there are multiple phases to this boss battle, or multiple parts. First of all, you have to wait for the water to go down, for the poison water to go down, in order to grab a red Koopa shell. After that, you have to go back immediately before the poison water kills you. After that, you have to kill the Chain Chomp, and then you can attack Iggy. So like I said, I like how there are multiple parts to this boss battle, from the water going down, from you grabbing the Koopa shell going back up to kill the Chain Chomp, and then repeating, but this time attacking Iggy. So yeah, there are multiple phases to this boss battle, which is what I like about it. So at 4th place we've got this boss battle where you as the player have to use the vines to navigate your way through. While you're on the vines, you have to dodge the 2 magic blasts that Iggy's throw at you from the top and from the bottom. So as you can see, Iggy's on the ground, but you can't go on the ground because of the grinders. So what you're supposed to do is time your jump to hit Iggy and then immediately go back to the vines in order to not get hit by the grinders. So the reason why I like this simple boss battles is because it tests out your precision and timing on the jump, which is something I really like. I really like this kind of boss battle that tests out the player's skills. whether it's his timing on his jumps or anything else. So yeah, like I said, it's a real simple boss battle, but it's a really fun one to play. Now this boss battle works best with Iggy since Iggy cannot jump, so he cannot leave the ground. Any other crippling you use most probably won't work because he's just gonna jump, and you can just cheese the boss battle by staying on the vine. So yeah, this boss battle works best with Iggy. And like I said, I really like it because it tests out the player's skill and his precision and timing. So up next, we've got Iggy's boss battle from my first world. Now a lot of people seem to like this boss battle a lot, and I can't blame them. So the idea here is that Iggy is riding his boo vehicle. As you can see, he's riding a platform that is surrounded by boos. So you can't actually jump on him because the boos are surrounding the platform. So you have to find a different way to attack him. So what you as a player have to do is grab one of these buzzy beetles shell, and then time your throw at him. You have to throw the buzzy beetle between the two munchers to attack Iggy. So the reason why I like this boss battle so much is because instead of you as a player jumping on Iggy, you have to find a different way to attack him. And I really like the idea of Iggy having like a boo machine or a boo vehicle. It's really creative in my opinion, and it's really fun. And it's also really challenging. From you as a player trying to time your throw correctly, to avoiding the stretchers, to avoiding the huge boo bodies. It's a really fun boss battle that is challenging, and I really like the idea behind it. I really like it. Like I said, it's one of my favorite boss battles from my first world, and a lot of people seem to like it as well, and I'm happy because of that. So what makes this boss battle work with Iggy so well is that Iggy can't jump, so you don't have to worry about Iggy jumping out of his vehicle. Any other coupling most probably will leave the vehicle, which will not make this boss battle work. So this works best with Iggy. Also, make sure that you use the Mario Bros. U version, since in any other version he's gonna jump while he's inside of his shell, so he's gonna jump out of the vehicle. Lastly, make sure that the munchers are long enough to where if you hit Iggy, he does not get out of the platform while he's going inside his shell. So yeah, like I said, I really like this boss battle and the idea behind it. From the boo vehicle, from you using the shells to hit Iggy instead of you jumping on him. It's a really fun boss battle in my opinion. So at second place, we have another vehicle boss battle. So the idea here is that you have to use the shellmets to attack Iggy from the bottom, while he's riding his vehicle. So you have to time your jump correctly in order to launch the shellmet into Iggy, as you can see right like that. Now what I really like about this boss battle is first, the idea of it, how Iggy rides a vehicle and you have to launch a shellmet on him. Secondly, I really like how there are two piranha plants that shoot fire at you and you have to dodge it. So it becomes really difficult and intense in my opinion. And not only that, but Iggy also shoots his magic blast at you, so you have to be careful and watch out for multiple things. The fire blasts from the piranha plants, Iggy's magic, the shellmets, when to time it and when to hit it. So yeah, this is overall a really creative and fun boss battle in my opinion. I really like it a lot, and I enjoy it a lot. As you can see, this is the boss battle arena. You've got Iggy on his vehicle, the two bill blasters preventing Iggy from jumping out of the vehicle, the bill blaster that shoots the shellmet, springs on top of on and off blocks, and so on. So anyways, let's move on to number 1. So my favorite Iggy boss battle is this one. So the whole idea here is that you can only attack Iggy by hitting the blocks under him. However, you can only hit the on and off switch or on and off block. If you hit any other block, you immediately die. So you have to be careful and you have to time your jump correctly. As you can see like this. This is really intense because there are a lot of things you have to worry about. You cannot hit the question mark block, nor can you hit the power block. If you hit anything else beside the on and off switch, you immediately lose. There are also stretchers, so you have to be careful as well, and you have to dodge Iggy's magic. Okay. So let's say I accidentally hit the on and off block, the question mark block, or the power block. Let's see what happens. As you can see, I died right there. Now let's try the on and off block. As you can see, I died as well. So anything else you hit, aside from the on and off switch, you die. You hit the question mark block, you die. You hit the power block, you die. And the power blocks are on a rail, so it makes the battle much more harder because they can overlap with the on and off block. So you cannot always hit the on and off block because the power blocks might overlap with it. So you really have to time your jump correctly. So the reason why I like this boss battle so much is because it really tests the player's patience and timing. So you really have to be careful and time your jumps correctly and not hit the question mark blocks nor the power blocks, which makes this boss battle really intense, especially if you're on a timer or if you're about to run out of time. So you have to be really quick and really precise at your jumping. So yeah, this is my favorite Iggy boss battle. What did you guys think of the list? Did you agree with me, disagree with me? Put in the comments what's your favorite and so on. Thank you for watching. Leave a like and subscribe.
Yeah!